The wizard sat in the cabin of his sailboat, the kind of quiet space where the world's noise arrived muffled, like distant thunder over water. Valentine's Day had come and gone. He had expected roses, maybe a chocolate bar, perhaps a romantic movie with questionable physics. Instead, the internet delivered headlines, names, files, outrage, speculation. People shouting, disclosure, like it was both a trumpet and a gavel. The air felt electrically charged, as if the world had collectively leaned forward to see what would happen next. And then, almost on cue, an eclipse. The sky performed its ancient magic trick. Light briefly rearranged, shadows reminded everyone that reality had layers. The wizard chuckled into his coffee. Of course, he said. The cosmos always knows how to schedule drama. When the news feels like a storm system, the wizard had learned something over the years. When heavy stories surface, the human mind does what minds do. It searches for patterns. It demands endings. It tries to sort chaos into folders labeled good guys and bad guys. But real life rarely arrives that neatly packaged. Some people saw crisis. Some saw liberation. Some saw theater. Some saw pain reopening. And the wizard, ever the bridge builder, saw something else, a chance to do things correctly. Not loudly. Not vengefully. Correctly. A note on machines and justice. He smiled at the thought of artificial intelligence, organizing everything. I could sort documents. I could find duplicates. I could help investigators manage scale. But the wizard wrote carefully, machines do not replace morality. Algorithms do not replace courts. Data does not replace compassion. Truth required process. And healing required humanity. Forgiveness, accountability, and the hard middle path. The wizard's heart always leaned toward forgiveness. But he also knew, forgiveness is not the same as ignoring harm. Mercy is not the same as erasing responsibility. The world needed both. Lawful accountability, protection of the vulnerable, support for survivors, pathways out of coercion, reforms that prevent repetition. He whispered, let justice be clean. Let healing be real. The wizard's humor clause. He allowed himself one small joke, because humor was how sailors survived storms. If the universe insists on releasing heavy headlines on Valentine's Day, he said, then at least it could include a coupon for free therapy and a casserole for the neighbors. The cabin approved. Even the kettle seemed to laugh. A practical liberation plan, Wizard Council approved. The wizard opened a fresh page titled, What to Do When the World Feels Like Disclosure Season. Protect the vulnerable first. Support real organizations doing real work. Don't amplify unverified claims. Wait for facts, documents, due process. Stay grounded locally. Check on neighbors. Keep the lights on. Feed people. Turn outrage into reform. Better systems, better oversight, better care. Keep your heart intact. Cynicism is not wisdom. Remember, the sea still rocks. Life continues. Love continues. After the eclipse, the wizard stepped outside onto the deck. The sky was ordinary again. No cosmic announcement. No trumpet of finality. Just wind, water, and the long slow work of being human. He realized something. Even if the world was changing, the best timeline was still built the same way, with truth, patience, community, and kindness. He raised his mug toward the horizon. May the noise become clarity, he said. May the harmed be protected. May the guilty be held accountable. May the compromised find a way out. And may the rest of us stay sane enough to keep cooking dinner. The sailboat creaked softly, like an old friend agreeing. The chapter closed. The sea went on. God bless.